Hey, what's up? This is Zach here at Korea Blockchain Week. Super excited to be speaking with our next guest. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen so much excitement around a booth. So if you want to introduce yourself, your name, the company you're with, and the position you have at the company.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. This is my great honor to be once again with Genzio. My name is Charlie, co-founder of Bitlayer. I've been in the space almost 10 years. We started Bitlayer 2023. This is my third time in Korean Blockchain Week. Wow, definitely the deepest engagement with this amazing conference and an amazing market in Asia. Yeah, we've been one of the fastest growing Bitcoin L2 ecosystem since 2024. We have a lot of adoption going on with our YBDC, and obviously wants to build up a community in Korea. That's why we're here.
What is a Bitcoin L2 to you?
We're bringing the programmability for this biggest asset class called Bitcoin. We want to bring the DeFi and yield for the Bitcoiners. That's kind of the goal. So how we are building it is using Bitcoin BitVM solution. We're one of the first in building the BitVM bridge implementation, which we launched the mainnet in July. We are building this basically the third generation Bitcoin bridging solution. Instead of just a multi-sig, which is very centralized, we're building this like on-chain fraud pool approach BitVM bridge that's multiple magnitudes more trust minimized. Hopefully we can use that to unlock more Bitcoin liquidity from retail, from whales, from mining pools, and also institution. And those YBDC, we are seeking on-chain DeFi yield from Solana, from Sui, from many different top ecosystem, top blue chip DeFi protocols to bring yield back to Bitcoiners.
So I have a lot of Bitcoin. Should I go with you guys?
Yeah, we'd love to engage with Bitcoiners to try a little bit, right? You start something small at a certain percentage. Yeah, that's kind of how we engage the community. There's some whales already are very savvy about Bitcoin lending, Bitcoin yield. They are working with us. We even like 3 figures, 4 figures level of Bitcoin. We have like Franklin Templeton, some institution invested in us and seriously to explore more yield opportunity as well. With all the debt, right? All the Bitcoin treasury company all over the world, not just America, but also like Japan. Next year probably will be in Korea. A lot of companies buy and hold their BTC, right? And what makes them different? Everybody holding BTC. One BTC is one BTC. Everybody's the same. For them, they need to differentiate themselves about on-chain yield strategy. So we want to be the yield partner for them.
Why is it so important to get yield off your Bitcoin long term?
So look, right now, Bitcoin is 15 years, right? In the 15 years history, there's no native yield on Bitcoin. People are paying custody fees even, right? For BitGo, for others to hold their BTC. We believe like Bitcoiners should take like very risk-adjusted, risks to get a reasonable yield. That's a way to let them holding the assets actually, having the long term, right? Under the yield components on the on-chain transaction, they actually can bring more gas fees as a revenue stream for mining pools. That's very important for the sustainability of Bitcoin network. We all know Bitcoin is proof of work, right? The mining pools, the miners actually contribute the hash rate for the Bitcoin network. If they don't actually do that because there's no incentive anymore, they can't really maintain the business, then the Bitcoin network hash rate goes down, then it will lower down the security. We want to provide more revenue stream outside of the every 20 minutes of the Bitcoin reward as a revenue to let them maintain the security budget, continue in the next 50, even 200 years. That's very important for the long run.
Is there lockup periods? Is there minimums?
That's a good question. Now, varies a bit. Yeah? There's some DeFi yield protocol we work with. They mostly focus on long term, like minimum like 3 to 6 months. With decent amount of yield. There's some kind of more liquid kind of you can withdraw every day kind of version. I think the minimum, we are working with a lot of retail. It can go as small as 0.01 BTC, right? And obviously, if it's that small, do you actually bother to do that? Like we kind of have like a range of sweet spot. We also are engaging with some pretty big, large whale. So one of the largest Bitcoin whale in Asia. Avaner's founder, they deployed like multiple thousand BTC since last year already. We have a big news we're going to announce next month actually.
Oh, tell me now.
Yeah. So I will just share as alpha to followers in Genzio. So one of the largest Bitcoin whale in the entire world, outside of Satoshi Nakamoto himself, is actually our investor. A couple of months ago, he is one of the GigaChat OG, one of the probably the first institution in the Bitcoin space, all the way from 2010. And very nice gentleman and a really, really important pivotal person in the Bitcoin history. Great to have him on board.
Who is it?
I will disclose the name in October. Yeah. Yeah.
I might know them.
Yeah, you might know him.
Are they based in the U.S.?
He is based in US.
Is he based in Seattle?
Actually, not in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Good to know.
yeah.
I have some OG friends too. Sorry for getting. I just need to get the alpha out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So talk about kind of the future. Do you guys? I know you're focused on Bitcoin. Do you plan to expand to other assets, or are you going to be, Bitcoin?
We want to be Bitcoin focused. Like the YBTC is the key metrics we want to grow. Right. Look, right now WBTC has around 127,000 BTC. We are now just 6,000. We're gonna grow to 10,000 by the end of this year. I think we're gonna triple, double, at least double next year. So this is kind of how we're gonna keep the momentum going, right? And this is important. I think Bitcoin is the asset to win. It's gonna keep on winning in the next couple of years, even cycles. But the yield stuff, right? Where we get a yield from, how we can collaborate, it's multi-chain strategy. We're not necessarily the Bitcoin maxi, don't like any other layer ones, layer twos. We actually work with them. So it's actually different stance compared to some of the Bitcoin core people.
What is the competition like in this space, and how do you stand out?
Yeah, so on the chain side, you have all the Bitcoin side chains. There's some Bitcoin L2s as well.
What do you think about Stacks?
Stacks is definitely one of the most OG respected Bitcoin sidechain, right? From 2018, they started the journey. I think the ecosystem, I would say, respectfully, has been underwhelming in the last 7 years. They didn't grow as big as the Ethereum L2s like Optimism, Arbitrum. I worked in Polygon, right? It was huge, right, in last cycle. So that's that. But there's a lot of new protocols coming along, right, which is Bitcoin native, like L2s. Some of them are kind of the friends and members who also build BVN Alliance. We are also key member of BVN Alliance. Some of them haven't launched the mainnet yet. We launched since last year. So we are looking forward to see how they're growing. Look, the Bitcoin ecosystem is still very early stage, I'm gonna tell you. Bitcoin is 15 years, but Bitcoin as an ecosystem is more or less just 2 years old, right? Kind of right after the ordinals came out, that blew up 2 years ago, right? So we are still early. Compared to Ethereum, it's already 7-8 years down the journey. DeFi summer, NFT summer, gaming, metaverse, AI agent, this goes on. All these narrative come and go. There's a lot of things already there in Ethereum. And with Bitcoin, it's with all the progressive things building on Bitcoin, it's still early, right? We have a long way to go, a long way to learn. A lot of builders made some mistakes. Stacks actually had some hacking issue before, right? With I forgot the protocol, that was a bridge hack, things like that. So we're also learning. Bitlayer, we definitely made some mistakes, not technically, but business-wise, we might make some mistakes. We're learning along the ways, and it's an exciting journey. Yeah.
What mistakes have you made, and how have you learned from them?
Honestly, it's controversial, but it's important to know, maybe not overpaying some of the centralized exchanges.
Yeah.
But you need to get the distribution. So maybe over the long run, it's worth it. So hopefully, it will pay out over the long time.
What do you think that aspiring entrepreneurs should know about starting their own company?
For entrepreneurs who are listening, I think important things to figure out your niche. What is your solution have the product market fit, right? I think that's in this cycle, in such an era of industry, if you don't have any product market fit in the trajectory of getting there, it's very hard for you to grow as a company, as a team, and also bring more investors on board, right? There's a lot of team in the past kind of just chasing the hype, chasing the narrative. I think this cycle is a cycle people want to see revenue, they want to see adoption, they want to see users, and can they actually retain, right? They stick around. Product market fit is something it's by default in Web2 world, right? In the AI, in the internet era, it's there. But we need to figure out that in the Web3 world. So for any entrepreneurs who wants to build something cool, kind of change the industry, improve that, where's the product market fit? What kind of solution you want to build, which actually have the adoption in the long run, right? And how you can stay agile, flexible to iterate when this doesn't work, right? How to stay, nimble and keep on growing. Maintain your burn rate, don't overburn. At the end of the day, if you burn yourself, you don't have cash anymore, you can't survive, right? So these are very important stuff.
Are we still early?
I think for Bitcoin ecosystem, we're early. As an industry, we are kind of getting to the next curve. I wouldn't think we are like early anymore. I kind of missed the 2011, 2012, 2013. I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013. I got to know Bitcoin in 2011. I would consider I was not the earliest, but fairly early on the journey. It's 12 years later, right? We have ETF, we have BlackRock, all these institutions already on board. They are doing all the digital asset treasury stuff. So I think a lot already happened, already grow into the industry. It's not getting definitely mainstream, It's not just like a bunch of echo chamber nerds and scientists researching about it anymore. So its industries grow to a very interesting level already. But for small niche like Bitcoin, DeFi, and other small things, or some new things like AI agents, I think it's very, very early. Yeah.
Do you know what percent of total Bitcoin is earning yield?
Less than 1% still.
What do you think about that?
That's the massive potential, right? If it just 10%, that's 10x. Yeah.
And when do you think we'll get there?
In the next 2 or 3 years.
You think it's going to get up to 10% in the next 2 or 3 years?
Getting close to that. I'm very confident.
Why?
I think the momentum is just exponentially growing from the retail, from institutions. Yeah, it's happening all over the world. Yeah.
So you can see you guys have an absolutely massive line here. I think it goes out almost into the hallway. This is crazy.
It's been the whole day already.
It's been absolutely epic, guys. I mean, this is crazy. You do not see this kind of excitement.
Yeah.
So you're doing something very, very right. What is going on here? Why is there so much excitement?
For any Western global entrepreneur who want to grow to Korea, specific Korea, I mean, other Asian countries maybe as well, you need to figure out your product market fit, right? Kind of give something as a giveaway, could be something interesting tactics for the retail user here. And to be very frank, retail altcoin traders, DeFi users in Korea is very, very strong, right? It's probably one of the strongest Asian crypto market in Asia for sure. Like I would say top 5 in the world. So give some interesting rewards, let them engage, let them fulfill some of the requests, let them understand what we build, and let them remember you, maybe in a very, very simple term, and give some rewards. It's a very interesting feedback loop. We've been doing that since the beginning of this morning. It's been absolutely phenomenal. This is my first conference in KBW. We tried this. Look at this. We still have a lot of things to give away. Hopefully we're going to reserve enough for tomorrow. But yeah, it's been interesting.
Where do you think the momentum is right now globally?
Yeah.
For crypto and Bitcoin? Because I mean, it was Asia. Now the US has made some positive changes. It's very rapidly changing.
Look, we are in a very interesting, beautiful timing, right? We have the pro-crypto US president. We have all these countries following up. Japan, Korea is definitely one of the leading market in Asia. Like the government just had a new prime minister, right? All this policy happening with all the exchanges. Bitcoin is still one of the largest, crypto exchanges in the world. Like definitely top 5. They have such a big trading volume, such a big user base, so user friendly in terms of off ramp, on ramp. It is very advanced, and you have to admit, right? So I think what's happening, back to your question, it's just like wildfire. It's non-stoppable. The Bitcoin movement, the crypto movement, the digital treasury movement, all the other things, right? Companies are coming, institutions are coming, family office are coming. So I don't think everybody can, besides some people are just being stubborn, right? Or maybe they just want to make a point as a branding. There's a lot of people who said Bitcoin was a scam, crypto is bullshit, Web3 is bullshit, blockchain is useless. They changed their mind. They changed the statement. Yeah, even some of the biggest guys in the world, right? Yeah.
What are you most excited about right now that you guys are doing?
I think what we excited is to actually see the result of on-chain DeFi yield for Bitcoiners, and learning and exploring with different ecosystems. We learned a lot by working with Solana ecosystem with the top DeFi protocols. Same goes to 3. Like we are actually right next to 3's top ecosystem like Warner's or a few others. That's pretty exciting. Like I definitely changed our mindset of we don't want to just be in the Bitcoin core in this small echo chamber of Bitcoin builders. We're going multi-chain strategy and want to onboard more users. Everybody knows Bitcoin. Not everybody kind of using Bitcoin in the Web3 space, right? So it's kind of interesting approach we're taking, and hopefully next 6 months we can achieve a lot of the milestones we plan to. So
going back to this event and how everything is going, what is the main result that you want to see out of this conference?
Well, user base, right? We want to grow real Korean retail user base for our community, right? And we're talking about offline KYC, maybe not KYC like in terms of privacy data, but like we actually know who they are. Female, male, how old are they? Like some information like we can collect, even their wallet address.
They're real people.
They're real people, exactly. That's a good point. We want that, right? When we justify their numbers to whatever partners, even exchanges, institutions, we have evidence here. We have even the video footage, right? The camera stuff here. And the second thing, we need to build mindshare. we're not that most popular project in Korea. We are still early stage startup. We're less than 2 years old. We need to be on the stage. We need to talk to the media like you guys and other amazing partners to educate what is possible, what we're building. That takes time. It takes repeatable efforts. Not everybody can remember you after one time, right? You need to keep on coming and keep on repeating yourself and keep on delivering. So in Korea, we are kind of early stage. This is my 5th time coming to Korea. Every time I come here, I learn something new, right? So probably still in the deep learning curve.
What do you hope our viewers get out of this interview?
Well, it's a good question. Well, get to know us, get to know what we're building. Maybe what I shared about Korean market is something useful for you if you are a founder. Even just crypto people understand in different side of the world, there's interesting stuff going on that's gonna bring you some perspective as well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow them on social media. You're gonna get all the alpha, the insights. I'm gonna be looking forward to that upcoming announcement too that he teased on this interview.
Yeah.
Come check out the booth if you're here in Korea, and we'll see you guys soon. So thank you so much. Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Gen Z is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a house.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rebecca's Gen Z Media House.
Oswald, thanks so much for joining us today.